Sunday, where are we at? 10:25, Sunday, October 25th. Okay, as you guys have probably read, I'm going to be talking about the space humans today. Haven't spoken about this topic in quite a while. There are a couple of new subscribers. If you guys are not aware, I have been contacted by extraterrestrial space humans from outer space. All the regular subs know. You'll find more intel on this if you look in this YouTube channel, but I specifically reserve that for the people that ante up and pay the small $19.95 access charge. Anyhow, okay, let me get down to it. Yes, I'm still being taken on the ships. Lately, though, the memory of it has been fogged a little bit, and I think that they're doing this on purpose because they've let me realize what's happening. They've given me enough intel to give you guys so that you guys know what's happening, and they've given me enough predictive information that I have shared with you to allow all of us to know that they're real, and yes, they are there. Okay, so without further ado, let me just get into what's been going on. First of all, I met this girl, woman, female, on one of the ships, and she asked me, "How old do you think I am?" And I said, "You're asking me how old you look." She says, "Yeah, how old do I look?" And I said, "Okay, you probably look about 45, 46, probably right around there." And she says, "Okay, good. I'm 48. And I said, "Oh, okay, so I was pretty close then." She says, "No, not really." She goes, "Now guess how old you think I am chronologically. My chronological age. I know I look 48 or 46. What do you think my chronological age is?" And I said, 45, 46, 48, just like what I just said. She goes, No. She goes, "Okay, look, let me explain this to you because you're not getting it. And you probably shouldn't get it because this is something brand new to you." She says, "My chronological age is 16 years old." And I said, "You're kidding me." She goes, "No, but I have asked to have my physical body aged or matured so that I act and look like a 48-year-old. And I said, "Wow, well, that's something completely new. I've never heard of that before." I said, "All the people on the earth always want to look younger. And she says, "Yeah, that's because their mentality is not developed yet." She says to me, "At a young age, I never wanted to go through the rest of my teens. I didn't want to go through my 20s, and I didn't want to go through my 30s. She says, "All of those individuals, in my mind, act silly, they're immature, and they don't have enough calmness, okay, because of their youthful hormone levels and whatnot, to really understand and focus and enjoy life." And I said, "Holy my goodness." I said, "So you mean to tell me that you're really 16 years old in actual chronological years, but you or the space human technology has aged you slightly, so you're actually 48. She says, "Exactly." I thought I was absolutely blown away. I'm like, that is, quite frankly, the craziest thing I've ever heard. But if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And this is a normal thing with them, where some people will choose to stay young for years and years and years. Some people actually live in older chronological bodies, like this female 48-year-old. There are other people that want to be aged older, 60 years old, 55, 75. Because it gives their soul, okay, the ability to experience that age frequency for a longer period of time. You can learn more. Or you can calibrate, adjust where you want your frequency to be in your physical body, which I think is very cool, really cool. Because there's certain things that I personally was not too pleased with when I was growing up, when I was younger. I mean, you got to deal with asshole fucking parents or asshole people that are older than you, that are your friends' parents, or just people in general that are 20 years older than you. They're assholes. They're authoritative fucking pricks, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm surmising, I'm going very quick with the information right now because I want to get it to you guys. But it makes a lot of sense, you know. You're 48 years old. People stop messing with you, you know. I mean, I remember when I was younger, I used to get pulled over all the time by the fucking cops. All the time. So I was always driving a nice car. I was always really young. I did drive a little fast, but God, just the harassment. Now, if they pull me over, I'm like, okay, Sonny, you know, what do you need? You know, whippersnapper. I mean, that's an old term, but anyhow. Okay. Then I met this short German guy who was wearing those like lederhosen like socks. You know those guys' socks that they pull up to their knees and got those little flaps on the outside that they wear with lederhosen? Okay, he wasn't wearing lederhosen, but he was wearing those socks. And I was like, dude, what's up with the socks? And he's all, this. If you dress like this, then everybody knows that you're not Illuminati, because nobody would understand, no Illuminati person would ever dress like this. And I thought, man, well, that's pretty funny. So we start going back and forth about joking, all these different Illuminati jokes for a couple hours, and we were just laughing back and forth. I'm not going to tell you all the jokes, but it was just like taking regular, like, United States earthbound jokes and tweaking them a little bit. How many Illuminati does it take to screw in a light bulb? All of them, but they never get the light bulb screwed in because they break it every time before they put it in the socket. Ha 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 ha. You know, stuff like that. But it was funny because we were just joking about how futile and how inferior they really are in like a joke, comedic type exchange. So he was a funny little guy. He was old. He was probably about like 55. Never got into his chronological age, so I don't know any of that. Okay, so those were trips basically on what I perceive as motherships, or actually hollowed out planets that I was brought to. You gotta understand that when you're exposed to this type of travel, or this type of technology, sometimes it's difficult to tell whether you're on a ship or you're inside of a hollowed out planet. And let me just say this. When you're on a ship, I can at least, I don't know if it's like that for everybody, but I can feel there's an interconnectivity between all the ships in the network, okay? There is a situational awareness that you have. Like, I was on a ship, and I knew that, and this was the same time that Putin disappeared for like 10 days, I knew for a fact that Putin was on one of the ships. I knew for a fact, no one had to tell me, no one had to say anything, I just knew that he was on another one of the ships, because all the ships, they're either magnetically connected or telepathically connected with some type of strange communication devices where you're just aware that everything is all one. All the ships are connected in a very deep manner, I guess. And that's why I came up with the intel 3 weeks before David Wilcock had it, because I was on one of the ships when Putin was on one of the ships when he disappeared for 10 days. Also, I said that Prince William was one of the guys that was on another ship. He, as far as I understand, has almost completely turncoated to the good guys because he's very upset that his mother was killed, Princess Diana. And he has never gotten over that. Those were the two individuals that I just knew they were on the ships. So yeah, it's crazy. It's taken me several months to like get all of this into my system, so to speak. But then I sit there and watch Ancient Aliens, where David Wilcock's up talking, or George Norrie's up talking, or that guy Giorgio Tsoukalos or whatever, or any of the hosts or co-hosts, and they're always talking about biblical stories, and they're always talking about how the biblical stories talking about angels, and they are saying that it's a misrepresentation of higher dimensional ET, space human intervention. For example, when Jonah was taken in the belly of a whale, they're saying that's not the belly of a whale, it's a USO, unidentified submersible object. It's a UFO that goes under the water. Okay, when Moses was confronted or saw the burning bush, they're saying that's not the burning bush, it was a glowing extraterrestrial space human UFO. Okay? I think Wilcock, or no, this is what happened 2 nights ago. I saw they had a clip on where George Washington was going into the forest of early colonial America, and he was visited by green-skinned American Indians. And they were saying, look, there were no green-skinned American Indians. They had to come from the stars. And every time I'm watching this, I'm going, hey, wait a minute. That's what's happening to me. And then I listen to another clip. I'm like, oh my, that's almost identical to what's happening to me. And I'm not trying to make a comparison to me being some type of leader like Washington or Jonah or some of these biblical figures. I'm just saying that it's allowed me to process the information a lot faster, because now I don't feel like I'm a complete oddball. I'm somebody who's going through the same type of situation or experience that others have gone through in the past. Is it normal? No, it's abnormal. Is it frequent? No, it's infrequent. But it does happen. And I'm a testament to that, for sure. So, there's a couple more things that have happened. I'll probably do another video in the next little bit to explain that. I think this is enough to chew on today. And yeah, things also are, a lot of people have written me emails and they said, why don't you ask them why you're there? Well, how come you don't, question them? And how come? And I'm like, look, you guys all know, subscribers, that I grew up in Hollywood. I grew up in LA. I was around the Hollywood circuit. I was from a small child around celebrities, directors, producers, financiers in Hollywood entertainment. And the last thing you do at an in Hollywood LA jet set party is start freaking out at who's there. No. You never do that. You never do that, ever. So I've been grown up in a way where if there's something shocking or something revealing or something incredible, that most people would consider that being around special people, celebrities, people in the spotlight, people in the silver screen, you downplay it. You're just like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. I remember there was a couple times I was hanging out with Guns N' Roses for a while. And I remember when I knew the guys that were the studio techs for them. And I remember when I had met them, and it was like, oh, well, is Slash really, is that really his name, or is that his stage name, or what? That's all I wanted to know. And he just downplayed. He said, oh, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. And that's it. So that's what I'm doing with these individuals. I mean, just the fact that I'm there, okay, is enough for me. I don't need to ask. That would be like a social faux pas. That would be like odd man out. That would be a party foul. You don't do that kind of crap. And I don't know. That's just how I've been raised, so that's what I don't do. And I probably never will do it because I'm there, because I've been taken up on the ships, because I've been visited for the last probably like 2 years now. It's going on 2 years now. And it just keeps getting more intense and more intense. Well, there's some demand for me somewhere. I don't know what the future holds, but this is certainly interesting, and it's certainly captivating my attention. And, sometimes you just don't need to know why. You just go with it and enjoy it and, divulge it to your subscribers on YouTube and see what happens from here. So, anyhow, yeah, that's it for today. That's basically what it is. Again, guys, I'm going to try and get more videos like this out. I'm going to try and do more normal videos. Like I said in the last public video, my life has been like I've been living in a snow globe. So just take that into consideration. I'm just getting back to a normal schedule. I'm getting back to reality, and the timing of everything should start clicking a little bit more. Okay? Where we at? Sunday today. Oh, Halloween's coming. Get your Halloween costume. Don't dress up like motherfucking Janet Yellen.